you know that was going to happen?
I did.
Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Tom.
We're back with The Haunting of Hill House. Tom is joining me because he's in town. Episode 8. So do you have a favorite character, a favorite storyline, or is it a spoiler to talk about?
No, I don't think it's a spoiler. Like, I really enjoyed Nell as a character.
Yeah.
You know, even though by now you know the vast majority of present time show, she's deceased, of course.
Yeah.
But I thought she was just really cool. She's just this troubled, you know, she's the youngest of all the kids, and it's just, there's kind of a sadness to it.
So I think my favorite episode thus far was Luke's episode.
Mm-hmm.
And the scariest son of a bitch I've seen in this show was a fucking floating man.
The tall guy with like the
hat.
top hat.
When he's a little kid, he was against a wall when he started floating around like a balloon. Yeah, because I know it's not out yet for the people who are. Well, I mean, it's out now, but the people as of today, it hasn't been released yet, except on Patreon. By the way, guys, Patreon. If you want to support us, go there. We have early access and we have full-length uncut reactions.
Well, and by now too, by the time this airs anyway, the chat service is actually up and going on Patreon now too, which we're getting some really good feedback. We're getting some good suggestions for movies and new shows.
Thank you guys, appreciate it. Yeah.
So
now we just gotta get our Discord up and running. Anyway, so the episode ended basically. I mean, first of all, he's trying to connect with his children at the funeral. Luke is attacked by kind of the dead ghost of Olivia, and in the past storyline, they are trying to find where this moisture is coming from. And they discover the original owner of the house who bricked himself in and probably regretted and died, which, you know, is pretty disturbing. And then he is opening the red door, which is now unlocked at the end.
And Hugh, you know, I have to say, I really, especially the younger version of Hugh, I really love him. He's just like, he's such a good dad. He's a good husband. He's a good guy. He's a hard worker. He's a skilled construction person, you know, contractor.
Everything I'm not, so... Anyways, guys, before we jump in, remember to support us on Patreon. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Say hi to Tom. It's good to have him in this. Let's jump in. Yeah. Well, feature Spitfire! Mike Flanagan has made quite a few great
Big question is, how aggressive do you want to be?
Very aggressive.
Been trying for 2 years.
I have the app monitoring ovulation.
Oh.
Taking temperature and mucus levels. We've been...
Intrauterine insemination. The sperm are injected directly into the uterus.
And yes, it's outpatient. Let's start there.
You're 39, Stephen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll test your sperm for count and motility percentage and...
How
Hope
far?
I look that good to 39.
It's unpredictable. A week, maybe 10 days.
He's younger than 39. He has to be.
Is that a problem?
Possibly, possibly not.
That and your age are all factors. Over 30.
Might be likely that based on your test results, we go straight to in vitro.
Will insurance help with that?
Most companies won't cover IVF.
But very often the genetic testing before the man.
When did you last ejaculate?
A week.
No, it's 2 weeks.
We'll need to
Jack off,
reschedule
okay.
it.
For another time. Need you within 3 to 5 days after.
Oh, we can't do it. I'm telling you. I don't like
Homework,
this shit.
honey.
We gotta talk.
Steve.
Steve.
I'm quite curious, actually, about that.
Cancel it.
Why did they? It's something to do with the kid.
He hasn't used the credit card yet. They're going to send me an alert when he does.
Why would he try an ATM?
I'm sorry, Steve. Do you have a better suggestion?
He took the card to use the card, and now we'll know if he does.
I mean that suicides can cluster in families.
He may not be planning to come home.
Where would he go?
He could be anywhere.
I'll go look for him.
It's a waste of gas. He could be anywhere.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Hope he's standing on some corner.
Dad, go with him.
We're really not going to tell them what we saw.
you remember what really happened to that little...
Well, yeah, the freaking thing was crawling on the ground.
We going or what?
I just want to help.
Look, bud, I know you do, but I'm gonna start using some really strong chemicals down here, and it just isn't safe.
I can help with something else then.
Look, Your mom's gonna go to your Aunt Janet's in a few days. And stay a bit. Maybe a week.
How come?
I could really use your help watching your brother and your sisters while she's away.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Mom?
What do you mean, sweetheart?
Of course you're safe with me.
Mom.
You okay?
I'm good, Tom.
Are you sure?
I'm fine, sweetie. I'm fine.
They're playing.
I don't know. I wondered that too.
Sega. So one thing about Steve is in his flashbacks, we can't see anything that would convince him that their ghosts are real.
Right.
It's probably not going to instantly OD.
So, what's going on?
Huh?
What's going on with you and Lee?
What do you mean? You're kidding, right?
You're not living at home, and I couldn't help but notice at the funeral.
You aren't seriously doing
Well,
this.
yeah, I am.
Jesus Christ, Dad, you're out of line.
We might be in the car. Your mom and I were married 15 years. Together 5 before that. She used to say she was the kite and I was the line. Like she was a creature of the clouds and I was a creature of the earth. She'd say that without me she'd become tethered and she'd float away. And then without her, I would just, crash, just drop right down to the ground and, You're on the same team even when you're in the middle of a fight. I hope really you get to experience that sometime. It's a beautiful way to be. We loved each other hard. The kite and the line.
Or we'll be at an affair.
Candy!
Sure you won't come with us?
You guys have fun.
Come on, Mom, candy!
Back, so Mom's had a very hard day.
Can we talk when I get back?
How? You'll be back at the hotel.
Okay, sure. I love you.
You guys have fun.
So I thought there was more to the scene between him and Theo. But don't tell me there is or isn't, but I was like, it's not that. God, I thought it was some fucking head coming up there, Tom.
That's paranoid.
Dude, I don't. This shit doesn't. I'm not like, I can't wait to watch the next scary thing. No one is for these people. But although I actually really, really like it. What was weird to me, he kept looking at Theodore in a funeral, like, giving her the eyes. Come on, dude. Hope she doesn't freak out on these kids. Just ignore them.
Goddamn lights off.
Maybe he left it on. What are you pointing? Now someone's gonna be behind her.
I can't lose. I can't lose anyone else. One day when you have children, you'll understand that.
I'm never having children.
Maybe he doesn't want to do it because he thinks he's crazy.
Kids are the best thing. Everything I did, I
You did to protect
you.
us. I know. Yeah, just like you protected Mom. I saw the police reports. There was blood all over the library carpet. There were bruises on her upper arms because someone grabbed her pretty hard.
Okay, Steve.
And a contusion on the back of her head from being shoved into a wall. She was limping, she was bruised to hell, depressed out of her mind, unmedicated, untreated, and abandoned.
Well, she should not have been left alone in the house.
The house. It wasn't the house. She was sick. She was sick in her mind, and the one person that was supposed to take care of her didn't do a goddamn thing to get her help. I miss her. I miss my mom.
I miss her too.
I think a little paint, maybe fix those drawers, and she might really love it.
I'm sure she will.
So, do you
This
know
crazy
what
lady.
stuff is?
Although her story,
I kind of like her.
yeah.
How did he
Her story's great.
Said if it wasn't tagged for sale.
I thought so. Poppy Hill. She was William's wife. She was insane.
Yeah, she looks kind of wild.
No, I mean clinically.
Did you know her?
Oh, yes. She was just as crazy, just older.
Now, this is that game room, remember?
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a game room, but... I mean, you gotta wash that shit, get all the dust off, try to sand it down a little bit.
You're gonna put paint on it. Put paint on it.
Yeah. So
listen, I have to say this. She's a great actress. She does
fucking candy.
She does great in the show, but I do not find her attractive at all. I just don't.
I mean, yeah, it's just... You know, she's not my type. Not ugly, but not my type.
How about you try another house? I'm not in the fucking mood.
Good lord, dude.
What the fuck do you want?
I was just coming to apologize.
Who are you yelling at?
Wait, not now. I can explain. I doubt that.
Should you be packing? I know what it looked like last night.
You're making out with my husband.
No, there was no actual... Okay, so for what I can remember, which isn't a lot, actually, he pushed me away.
Is that supposed to make this better?
It wasn't even him. It wasn't... I didn't see him. It was...
Get out!
You are impossible. Do you know that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I offended you?
I choose to live there, Shirley. With you. For you.
You fucking suck at apologies. I don't have to live in your guest house. I'm not some bohemian weirdo.
I'm an adult. I am a fucking doctor.
You're a fucking slut.
Ooh.
All of us are just always helping you keep up this idea in your head that you're perfect Shirley.
And we're just a bunch of fuck-ups fucking up perfect Shirley's perfect
Fucking
life.
out!
No! You do not just get to shoot me out of your life!
Did you just punch me in the boob?
Yeah. If you kiss my husband, that's what you get. You get punched in the fucking boob. And you get evicted from my fucking house.
God, look at this.
Great.
Look at this.
This is a great shot, man.
God damn, dude, look at this.
You alright, man?
You got a fucking hoodie on, bitch.
I like that it's still in a funeral parlor, too, you know?
I didn't see who it was.
They got a hit. He used the card at a gas station. 202, just east of Amherst.
Yeah, I know where it is. Are you guys gonna stay there? We're gonna go to Amherst.
If he's stopping in Amherst, he's heading...
Shirley, listen to me. You're gonna stay put. You hear me?
Tell them what happened.
Fucking kids playing a prank is what happened. You know it wasn't.
Oh, I know I'm never having children.
Because you think that they'll just have the same imaginary sickness.
They would. Nell was delusional, depressed. Luke's an addict. Shirley is control freak. And Theo's basically a clenched fist with hair. Fucking family's on the brink of a breakdown. It's not the house. There's something wrong with our goddamn brains. So yeah, I'm never having children. I made sure.
Oh my god, so he got snipped and didn't tell her.
Before you met Lee.
Oh, and you lied to her about it? That is a no, man.
That's wrong, dude.
I'm so sorry, son.
This is beautiful. You did this by yourself.
Thought it might cheer you up.
God
Dad
damn.
said you've been... What?
That's terrible. Damn.
How long are you gonna be gone?
Oh, not long.
Not long, honey. I just need a little time away. It's nothing
Thank you. Thank you. I love it.
Nope.
Mom?
Jeez,
This
wait.
is an older picture. He would have been wearing a suit about an hour ago. Did he come in?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Did he say anything weird or do anything?
Filled up his Jeep.
Green Jeep.
That's right. And then he filled up some cans. Like 5 cans.
Oh no.
5 cans.
We're trying to burn it down. Call the police and tell them to go to the house, right?
Was it him? Yeah.
Jesus, Dan, slow down. He bought 5 cans of gasoline. He's not going there to kill himself. He's going to burn the house down. Well, that's a relief. He's in more danger now than he's ever been. And if he tries to burn it, it will defend itself.
You really didn't hear a word I said.
Yeah, I did. Now you're going to listen to me. There's a lot you don't know. For 20 years, I've been holding the door closed because I knew there were monsters on the other side. Do you understand me?
Not even a little.
Our family is like an unfinished meal to that house, and your brother is walking right back into... That house is the most dangerous place in the world for all of us, but especially for you.
For me?
Yeah, you. Because I read your book, and you are the last person that should ever step foot in that house because of what you wrote and how you wrote it. You think you know what you saw? I know you saw a ghost. Yeah, chapter 19.
His eyes were open.
About the vanity you painted for your mother.
Oh.
It's a story of a schizophrenic woman.
You found the vanity in the game room. And you walked by the man repairing the clock, and then you saw your mother looking into the twins' room, staring at their empty beds.
Textbook dissociative episode. She was not well.
No, not her. You know what witness marks are. They're scars. Marks inside the clock. Scrapes, lines, divots. From tools, gears, pieces removed from the clock. They're basically evidence of repairs that have been done to the clock and what the clock was.
What are you trying to say?
I had that clock evaluated by a professional before we even moved into the house. The clock hadn't been touched since the 60s.
You hired a slew of workers toward the end.
Not for that clock, I didn't. There was no man there, and certainly not one in old overalls with a handlebar mustache. That man wasn't there. You think you're writing about your crazy mom, your crazy brother. You see the marks, but you don't know how to read them. I never built you kids a treehouse.
What? Luke was in there all the time? I used to...
We were gonna be there maybe 8 weeks. How would I even have the time to build you kids a goddamn treehouse?
Maybe he was already there.
There was no treehouse. Your mother, she was not sick. She wasn't crazy. Neither was your sister. Neither is your brother. Neither are you. Whatever you saw this week. And I'm very sorry you have to be taking all this in right now, but you have to. That house is the most dangerous place in the world for all of us. And that's why I told your sisters to stay put.
It looks
Man,
like he's...
was that such a good scene.
What a good scene. So, it looks like... What the fuck are these girls doing?
Wait.
I'm not perfect, you know.
So go ahead and tell me.
It's not that. You already told me that.
I was really drunk.
I swear to God.
And the lights went out.
Well, we were down there, and I...
See, I was in the dark.
I couldn't see him, if that makes any sense.
You know what? Never mind. Forget I asked.
Just don't know what I'm dealing with.
We've all been dealing, and we somehow managed not to try to fuck each other's
Hey,
spouses.
that's not what this was about.
So, you were drunk, and that's supposed to be okay?
I'm telling you.
I touched Nell's body the night before.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why don't you listen?
I don't know.
I'm telling you.
I'm trying to tell
I
you.
don't need to hear your excuses.
I'm not
or
making
your
excuses.
bullshit.
I saw...
Fucking shit!
Fucking shit!
Did you know that was gonna happen?
I did. I was waiting for it.
Good lord. Did she saw it too, obviously, right?
You okay?
That was her! That was her!
See that, Shirley? Do you fucking believe that?
You know what happens when I touch people. A part of you knows. It always has. I touched her. And I felt nothing. And it spread everywhere in me, this nothing, until I couldn't feel anything anymore. I was just this dark, empty black hole. And I tried to fill it up. I tried to fill me back up, and I called Trish, and she came right away, and I felt nothing. I couldn't feel anything. Shirley, after I touched her skin, I couldn't feel anything. And I wonder if this is it, if this is what death is, just out there in the darkness, just darkness and numbness and alone. And I wondered if that's what she felt, and that's what Mom feels, and it's just numb and nothing and alone. And then the lights came on, and there he was, and I didn't see him. I didn't see him. He was a light in the darkness, and I reached for him because I had to feel something. I had to feel anything. I didn't see him, and he stopped me. He took my hands, and he said no, and then I saw him, and then he walked in. They're so glad I did it, though, because it worked. Oh, God, it worked. And I felt shame, and I felt grief, and I felt scared. I was so fucking scared that I was gonna lose the only sister that I had left. And that thorough fucking shame was so much better than that horrible empty nothing. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, just please.
Damn, that's like the best scene in. I mean, the acting in it. I mean, that could have been filmed in one take. I don't know. The camera moved off her, but it felt so organically put together. It feels like a finale. There it is. Oh God, he's in here now?
Beautiful old house, dude.
Dude, you fucking... To me, that looks like a goddamn haunted house. Even when it was like in the 90s. Goes out, and it... That's a running out of there. Fuck! God damn, I don't want to see... Nope, that's... Oh, really? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, man, do I love this show.
I'm trying to be really present and not take a million notes. Thankfully, I have you here, maybe, so I don't have to take as many. The first thing I want to talk about is Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was wrong in so many ways, but his reasoning, I thought, even if, like, he's wrong, you know, his reasoning I understand. Like, he wanted to spare any kind of progeny, the suffering that he felt. Spare his wife any kind of suffering.
You used a good word.
Progeny.
There was nobility.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah.
Wrong as of. I just feel like it's like, dude, did you just rob your wife of the prime childbearing years of her life over a lie?
Yeah. Well, she's in her late 30s. It ain't prime anymore. But yeah.
Like, you know, however long they've been together. You know what I mean? Like.
I mean, that's a terrible thing to do to a woman. Because that could be one of the most important things she ever does. You know what I mean? I know that's very anti-modern. But I mean, like, it's to me, it's one of the most beautiful things I think a woman does. Yeah. And especially when she embraces that. Like, I know women who did not want kids, and they weren't that type of girl, and they did, and they became the best mothers ever. And I mean, I know I speak for you when I say it's definitely the most important thing in our lives.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, can't you just get that reversed?
I thought so. In Seinfeld, they do it. They do it 2-3 times, dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was like, what happened? Like, why is she so resentful towards him? Now I get it. Also, Hugh had, like, one of the best monologues until I saw Theo's. But just talking about the kite and the line, and that's such a good analogy for people.
When I first watched the show, as it went on and we got to, like, episode 8, 9... I started like feeling the weight of Hugh's character, not just from his wife's dead, his youngest daughter's dead.
Yeah, he's been holding back the darkness from his children.
Yeah, and it's just he's
sacrificed their love to do it.
Well, you could tell he's like strange now.
Yeah, he's
like
just
trying to even like put together sentences and have a normal conversation. Is
he's sitting there like,
him.
yeah, hi, how are you? He's like this strange dude. Like, and he's got strange, even his hair, he's strange looking.
But he wasn't like that during the flashbacks when he was younger with the family.
No, he seemed like just like an irritated middle-aged dude with a lot of kids, but he's trying to do his best. Yeah. Theo, that monologue, I mean, it was fantastic to watch, and it's one of those things to where, I mean, if they would have ended up having sex, and I saw that, to me, there would have been almost no excuse.
Right.
You suffer, like my dad used to tell me, to suffer in silence. Like when he said, when I get married and have kids, you suffer in silence. That's what he told me. In her situation, when she described so elegantly and emotionally how she felt, why she did it, and she didn't see it was actually him, I get it. If you're looking at each individual case, I absolutely believe her, and it was completely innocent. But you know what was weird to me is the husband was still giving her eyes during the funeral. What the hell is that? Was that just like to mislead the viewer? Because if so, that's a bad form to mislead a viewer. It's like taking me down this dishonest road where I'm making these incorrect conclusions. When they go, actually, he pushed me away, and he doesn't think that.
Yeah, I think so. You have to remember at this point in time in the show, like things weren't good with, Cheryl and her husband for a while, right?
Well, they weren't terrible. He was just keeping track of the money that she was being a charity case,
and it was creating friction.
Yeah.
At least from a business perspective, anyway. Which, of course, normally always bleeds over. People say, "Oh, you got to separate business from." Yeah, that's very hard to do. But like now, you've got, her younger, my opinion, more attractive sister living living on property.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Like
you got the hot sister there, dude.
Yeah,
like that thing I sent you earlier.
Yeah, you did. You sent me that thing that was funny, but I don't know. I don't want to read too much into something that the writers weren't trying to do. But like, I don't know. Maybe, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Like it just. I think it's a misrepresentation of the reality of the situation. They're trying to create all these red herrings to make me think, oh, maybe they were getting it on. But then he's the one who pushed her away. I felt like it's misleading of the scene unless he was just looking at... Maybe I rewatch it. It's just... Maybe it's a concerned look. Maybe I was misreading the look he had from giving her the eyes to actually being concerned. I don't know. But it was all the way. I loved it. I'm so glad Shirley forgave her.
Yeah.
It was a conversation. She just took her hand and said, let's go. You don't even have a conversation after that.
No, and this is... Looking back, remembering this show, this is probably one of my top 2 or 3 favorite episodes. It's not my first, but it's top 3.
Anyway, so it still has a reveal what's in the red room. So that's still, I got my list of things to know. It also, we have Luke in the house at the end, and the ghost grabbed him. I hope it's not, it looked like kind of a neck break look, but I didn't see. We don't really see the twist.
You only got 1 or 2 episodes left? The show? There's 10 total,
2.
right?
Yeah, 2. This is 8, so... it was just absolutely a fantastic episode. So, can't say enough about it because we're running out of time. But anyways, guys, if you want to support us, say hi to Tom. I'm not sure if we'll be in another one because we got a lot of stuff to do. But appreciate you. Right here.